Hey everybody, Jason here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the situation that some landlords run into where you've given proper notice to enter, whether it's 24, 48, or wherever it is where you live, and the tenant refuses to give you access, maybe even multiple times. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that because it seems to be a recurring deal, and a lot of people really don't know what to do about that. So I would say first and foremost, be familiar with your local laws. Make sure you're familiar with your lease. Make sure you understand what you can and cannot do. Again, I'm going to give you an overview. I'm going to give you some a general direction of what should be happening, but some places are just different, and they have different laws, different ways to approach this type of stuff. So I will say that generally speaking, if this tenant refuses to let you in, and if they do it once, sometimes it's irritating. If they do it twice, there's a problem, in my opinion. I would go on and give them a lease violation notice as soon as possible, something in writing, and of course, have a copy. Now, from there, what I would recommend that you do is start documenting. So, and it can be as simple as a piece of paper where you write down the date, when the notice was given, when you tried to enter, in just chronological order: date, notice, 24 or 48 hour notice issued. This date, went to home, tenant refused to let us in, gave another notice. Whatever that chronological order is, just document that. That will come in handy. Try to find out what's going on with the tenant if possible. Some tenants just aren't going to talk to you. Some of them are just being difficult to be difficult, but see if there's any type of communication that can take place. Because again, the end goal here is to get into a home and do what you need to do your inspection, make the repairs, whatever that may be. So I think it's always worth at least asking, hey, what's going on? I keep giving you notice, you're not letting me in. What am I missing? Is there a better time that we can do this? How I have to get in here. This is going to happen. And I really don't want to ask you to leave over something like this. So where can we meet in the middle ground? And yeah, and I know sometimes that's a big pill to swallow, but it can also help you achieve your end goal, which is really what we're trying to do here. So communication's big. Give it a shot. In those situations, you may be surprised what turns up. Maybe perfectly legitimate concerns on their end, and maybe you guys can find a sweet spot. So from there, you've given your notice, you've documented everything, you've tried to communicate. If they're still not complying, then really the next step is just to move on with legal action. I mean, the only other thing, if they're not going to comply and you need to get in there, that means something's wrong. I wouldn't just let that situation sit, and I would compel it through the use of the eviction process. So of course, consult an attorney, or if you know how to and you're able to file as an individual yourself for the eviction, go on and proceed with that, because beyond that, it's a lease violation. They are not curing that, and you really need to know what's happening in that house. At that point, I would be really concerned. What's the damage? What are they doing in there? What are they hiding? Things along those lines. If you can't come to some sort of resolution, then they continue to refuse. And this goes for anything, whether it's your quarterly inspection, whether you're trying to schedule pest control, whether there's maintenance. I mean, sometimes it's the weirdest thing. A tenant will call and report these things, but then won't give you access. So yeah, it's important that you get in there and make sure to protect your home from any further damage. And then, unfortunately, if you have to go all the way through the eviction process, of course, you'll get your judgment, and you'll have to wait. You'll get awarded possession. You'll probably have to wait for the sheriff or the constable or the whoever forcibly removes those tenants from the house, because if they weren't letting you in before, they're probably not going to let you in now. They're not just going to voluntarily leave. So you probably have to do that whole thing, which is too bad, especially over something of just refusing access. But that's what I got for tonight's video. Short and sweet. Again, just kind of wanted to touch base on that. I see that a lot, and it really is a pretty simple process. Continue to try to get in, give them your written notice, wait for that to go out. If they don't cure it, go to the attorney, start the eviction process. But of course, like I said before in the beginning of the video, make sure you're aware of all of your state specific stuff, or city or county specific ordinances. That way you're not violating any type of laws and getting yourself in trouble that way. So that's what I have. Thank you once again for watching. This is Jason, and we will see you next time.